Hello there. Today we are going to be discussing categorizing your contacts in Outlook 365 premium version. So the way you can find out if you have the premium version or not is if your screen looks like, if you go through the online, the intranet, and your screen looks like this. So if you just have the Office 365, this is not the premium version, and that's okay. Don't panic, because once we get into Moxie, you'll be able to categorize all of your contacts with ease, I promise. So here we go. So this next screen is what Office 365 premium version looks like. Okay, so you have all of these widgets up here that you can do stuff with, and it can get very exciting. Down here, let's just start at the bottom. If you look at the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, this is your mail. When you click on this, it'll get you to the mail portion of Outlook. Here would be your calendar. So if you click on this, it will show you how busy you could be. The next item, you'll have options here. So we're going to go to People to get to our contacts. Now, I recommend, it's only my recommendation, at the top here, you can sort how you want your contacts to look. So you can select on the one that suits you the best. And I'm just clicking through, and I personally like to go with the list. It shows the most information. So that's what I'm going to work with. I can also change how I see my contacts. So if I wanted to click by full name, that would alphabetize everybody for me. I can also go down to, let's see, we'll go down to the bottom and see if we could get to categories. So this would separate them into categories. So I've kind of taken everybody out of my categories section for right now, just so I can really show you how this is done. So we are currently in your contacts version, the contacts section of the Microsoft Outlook 365 version. We're going to categorize. So the first thing that I want you to do is you'll have to click on somebody in order for the categories widget to show on the top gray bar, the menu bar on the top. So if you look here where I'm moving my cursor, there's the categorize button. Let's go ahead and click on there. Now you're going to see that I've already created some categories, of which they're just standard ones. You can do whatever you want. Everybody's is going to look different. Everybody does their business different, and that's okay. So do it what works for you, and you may have to readjust it a couple of times, and that's okay. As long as you get it right and make it so that it's easier for you to find your people, that's what's important. Remember, we're doing this to be more efficient in our business, so we can send relevant information and be intentional with what we're doing. All right, so here you have, I separated them by color and by category. So buyer is my category here. Blue is my color for buyers. And then here's my subcategories. So I have condos with dogs, condo waterfront, international, so on and so forth. Again, everybody's is going to look different, and you do it how you see fit. So let's go down and look at some of my other options. So I have my sellers. Sellers is green. Sellers is my category. And then here are my subcategories: condos, over $1 million, single family. Then I have my sphere of influence, SOI. It's the color's yellow. Sphere of influence is my category. And here are my subcategories. This is how I know people, either through the baseball field, my family, my friends, the golf club, kids soccer, just social people who I may meet out. However you have your sphere of influence set up, put them in that order. So vendors, this could be photographers, inspectors, anybody along those lines. All right, so let me show you how to make a new one. So we're going to go over here on the right side, and we're going to create new. All right, so let's do training. And we are going to do Moxie as our subcategory. So let's keep it as orange, okay? Actually, we're going to change orange. I want to show you how to do this multiple times. In this drop-down menu, do not be afraid of these drop-down menus. go ahead and click on here. There's 25 colors to choose from, so you can use as many or as little as you want. You don't even have to color category if you choose not to. Colors will not transport into Moxie. So let's pick blue. I don't think I used blue. Let's choose blue for Michael Saunders and Company. All right, training. Okay, so there it is. So let's go ahead and create another new one. We're going to create new, and we'll do training. Now I also teach transaction desk. So we type that in. Remember, training is our category. Transaction desk would be my subcategory. And then I'm going to choose blue for my training color. Click OK. Let's create another one. So hit name, and we're going to do training as our category. And then I can't teach and type, trend graphics. I tried to mute that before I sneezed, so forgive me if you heard it. All right, we're going to choose blue as our color, and we're going to click OK. So here we have created 3 new categories. We're going to unclick them. If we don't unclick them, what it's going to do is it's going to put this person, this contact, in all 3 of those areas. So at this point, we're going to click OK. Well, let's go back open our categories, and there we see training. Blue is our color, training is our category, and then we have our subcategories. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to show you how to delete. Excuse me. So let's find something that we want to delete. Let's do SOI baseball. I want to delete that. So I want to check it, and I want to hit delete. Are you sure you want to delete this category, SOI baseball? Deleting this category removes it from your category list, but does not affect your previously categorized. Yes. All right, and we click OK. And now it's gone. Go back up to categorize, go to all categories, and it's still there. Go ahead and delete that again. Nope, that's not what we want. So see, it's highlighting this one. We need to make sure we're highlighting the right one. This is a good learning. So it's already deleted. So what we have to do is go out and go back in order for it to go away. All right, so let's go ahead and rename one. We have tennis and tennis club. So let's just rename this one. We're going to highlight it so that it's blue and hit rename. At this point, it'll create that little box around it, and we can type in something else. So I'm going to do SOI, and we're going to do the Moose Bradenton. Okay. And then we click OK. If I wanted to change the color, I could do that as well, but I'm going to leave it the same for now. Just remember that anything you do, you can undo. So let's go ahead and start putting people into categories. You can do one at a time, or you can do multiple. So let's start with the top of our list. When you work with somebody, you have to highlight them. Okay? And there's 2 ways that we can do this. The simple, easy way, if we know who Laura is, it's highlighted, so I left click on her. Then I right click and open up this drop down menu. At this point, I would just drop down to categorize, and then I can pick which one I want. Well, if I don't see the one I want, I can just click on all categories and it'll open up everything. So we can put her in let's put her in as corporate. Okay. This is the first time you have used corporate. Do you want to rename it? No, I don't. I'm going to leave it the way it is. All right, we're going to do the same thing for the next contact. We're going to left click on it so it highlights it, right click, go down to categorize, and your most used categories are going to start appearing on the top. We're going to put him in corporate. All right, next person. Left click and highlight, right click, categorize, click on their subject. All right. Oh, this is a different one. All right. So we're going to left click, then right click, hit categorize, and he was part of the Moxie Alpha group, which I don't see, so I have to go down, click it, and press OK. Now, just for argument's sake, we want to take him out. So we go back down, and here he is, Gregory, and now he's in a category. You see how it's green? Okay, we want to take him out of there. So we just click on him, right click, go to categorize, and you see how it's highlighted gray around the alpha group? It's different. It has a gray box. You just unclick it and it takes him out. It's not easy. And then we could put him into something else. All right, so another way we can do that. So here he is uncategorized again. So we're going to click on him, make sure that he is highlighted. We can go up to the top into that menu bar on top where it says categorize, and we can also click from here. So I could put him in there. Okay, we could do the same thing. We're going to left click, highlight our contact, click on categorize, and put him into a category. All right, left click, then go to categorize. Ta-da! It's that easy. Now, you might ask yourself, well, can I put people in multiple categories? Of course you can. Let's go ahead and do that. So let's use this person right here, Gregory Zeiss. We'll click on him, left click, and then we'll go up to categorize. If you notice this, he's already in the Moxie Alpha group. Well, we're going to put him also in Moxie Training Contacts. So now he'll be in 2. And just for colors, let's put him in as social. Or training here. Let's put him in training, just so you can see. So now he's currently in 3. So if you see the left side of my screen, he is now in 3. Gregory Zeiss is in my training contacts, my training Moxie, and my Moxie Alpha group. You don't want to put them into too many categories because we're going to be sending stuff out through Moxie Present. And we're going to be sending out relevant and intentional information to our customers. You don't want to oversend. We want them to continue opening up your emails and staying in contact with you, keeping you top of mind. All right, so that is how you do that. Now, if you want to go ahead and delete somebody, we're doing contact cleanup. I'll have another video specifically on it, but I want you to just know how to do that. So let's go ahead and delete a contact. So let's say we're going to take this person here, Charles Strimpel. We're going to left click. Then we're going to, there's 2 ways we could do it. The first way is you go up to this menu bar on the top, the gray area, and you click on delete. And there he is. He's gone. Ta-da! All right, so let's take Jane Doe. We're going to left click on her. The other way is, remember how we left clicked and then we right click? We could go right here and delete. Okay, those 2 ways are the most efficient. You can also create another folder. So if you have people that you don't necessarily want to delete or that you're just unsure about, I suggest that you create a new folder and just drag and drop them in there. So how to do that, you might ask yourself. So we go up here to folder. On the top of your screen on the left-hand side, there's File, Home, Send and Receive, and Folder. So click on Folder, and we're going to create a new folder. Okay, and it's going to ask us our name. So let's just do miscellaneous. Okay, click OK. Now here it is, miscellaneous. Now just know if you create a folder or you have any contacts in a folder, they will not show up in Moxie. So if you have doctors or personal people that you don't want in Moxie, you can put them into a folder in your Outlook. So here, we're going to take Kathy Callahan. So we're going to left click on her and we're just going to drag and drop her in there. She's gone. We're going to do the same thing with Marla. Left click, drag and drop. Now if we open up our miscellaneous, there they are, right there, miscellaneous. So these might be, like I said, people you don't know anything about them or remember where you met them or don't have any contact information, but you don't want to delete them. I don't suggest deleting things unless you know that they are off this earth, just because you never know when you'll have to go back and get some information or suddenly somebody will call you and you could go in there and say, oh, that's who that was. When you delete, it's forever. So create these folders. Again, I'll show you how to make it. So on the top, there's Home, Send and Receive, and Folders. We're in our Folders section. We create a new folder, and we'll do training. folder. Click OK. Here it is on the left. And let's send Sally Smith. We're going to left click, drag and drop. Left click, drag and drop. Left click, drag and drop. Now you might say to yourself, well, how do I get them back in there? All right, so in our training folder, all we do is we take this left click, put it back into our context. Whoops. Let's try this one. Drag and drop. Why is it? There we go. So left click and then drag and drop where you want to. Now, if you want to take somebody and put them into a different file, you could do that too. So I'll go for my test file. I want to put them in my training folder. You could drag and drop anything. The sky's the limit here. All right, so email me if you have any questions. It's Marla Scalone, MarlaScalone @michaelsaunders.com. I hope this has helped you. I look forward to seeing you in some of my future classes, and I hope that you have a wonderful day.